Alright guys, welcome to another video. It's your Raz here, your Red Pill Master guys, coming to you with another very important video. Before we dive into this guys, you know the usual drill: like, share, subscribe, smash the subscribe button for me guys and get these videos out to the YouTube universe. Let's just dive right into this. Why you need standards as a man. Okay guys, why is this very important? What are standards guys? Okay, standards are where you set yourself, all right? Where you set yourself in terms of your behaviors, all right? Where you set yourself in terms of your associations, where you set yourself in terms of your relationships, where you set yourself in terms of your goals, and where you set yourself in terms of your purpose, your health, etc, etc, etc. So all the facets guys of your journey as a man, your journey as an alpha male, your journey as a sigma male, or whatever type of male you are. And even if you betas out there, right, maybe you got some standards, but it's highly unlikely. But hey, betas can have standards too. So so all these things that require standards guys, all right. Now, if you set your standards too low, all right, what happens is you end up going down a really endless path of disappointments. And what do I mean by endless paths of disappointments, guys? All right, so for example, all right, when your standards are set low, guys, say for example in terms of your goals, all right. Goals are highly linked to your progression, all right. And when you set your standards and those goals too low, all right, you set them too low because you don't have the faith or you don't have the belief that you can reach high standards towards those goals. You're going to end up at the bottom level of what you're trying to achieve, or you're going to try and go for something that you're trying to achieve that you think you can do, that's bare minimum, that doesn't take a lot of effort, that is not going to be like a highly rewarding goal at the end of your efforts. Okay, the goal, the return of investment on that goal is not going to be as massive as maybe you setting your standards lower on a goal and accepting something that you think may be achievable. And a lot of personal development coaches have talked about this, guys. Is people set goals based on what they think they can do or what they think is achievable, and that's never the best way. You should set a goal and set your standards on that goal based on what you really want, what you want to achieve, all right, and you should aim for that, okay? So in that aspect, setting your standards lower, guys, is not going to achieve a massive return of investment, the best type of return, the best fruits of your labor, shall we say, the fruits of your hard work. It's never going to benefit you. So that's one example of standards and why you have to start thinking and setting your standards a lot higher in that aspect. Now, you can also apply this to your relationships, guys. And a lot of you guys out there, right, and a lot of low value beta male simps, guys, are really guilty of this one, right, in terms of their social dating, their relationships. Their standards are so low, guys. They've set their standards so low that they are basically they're like dating these women that are just so at the bottom end of the dating scale, all right. And I'm sorry, some of you are not going to agree with this, but it has to be said. What's said is said, that they're dating lower value females, all right. And I've talked about this before in my videos, and I know some guys personally that behave in this manner. Their standards are so low with females, all right, that they are just involved in high toxicity, and these females are like giving them headaches constantly, constant dramas in their life. These females are like single mothers, they have kids from another baby daddy, this kind of things, because these type of men have such low standards when it comes to the dating game, low standards when it comes to picking their potential partners or their dating partners, alright. They just go for the lowest type of standard because they either believe they can't get a better type of female, or they don't believe in themselves, or their paradigm is set to magnetize to these type of females, alright, because they don't set their standards high, they don't think highly of themselves, they don't value themselves. And that's why, guys, you have to value yourself, because then once you start to value yourself, guys, you'll start setting your standards far higher. Believe me, you're going to start to value yourself. You're going to start to see yourself as a prize, as a king, which I've told you already, guys. Females are not the queens. You're the king. Men are the king. Females are not the queens, guys. Right? They call themselves the queens. Men really hold the value, okay? And you can go and argue that's all you want with me, but what does a woman bring to the table? When you ask a female, what does she bring to the table? Well, I bring myself, is mostly the comment they give you out. So what do they really bring to the table? Ask yourself this and think to yourself, well, what does a man bring to the table? A man brings a ton of value to a relationship, more than a female does. Well, most men, if the man's low value, he may not, okay? So that can be argued, so we're not going to digress here, alright? So for that example, these men aim lower, alright, and they aim for these lower type of females because they have no standards, alright? Value yourself, guys. Have the standards in the dating games and the relationships. Get off the dating websites. This is for low value men, guys, alright, and you're just getting played. I've told you this before about dating websites, alright. These females are just bored and they're playing you in these dating websites, guys. Don't allow them to do it, alright. It's not good for you. Thirdly, it's setting your standards, guys. High standards for yourself in terms of your health, alright. This is another thing, guys, that is related to low value men, or men that kind of socialize. I'm talking about, alright, I'm specifically talking about drinking and all these kind of toxic behaviors, drugs, marijuana, all this kind of stuff, you know. You have to stop doing these stuff, guys. You have to get off this stuff, alright, because it's low value. If you really set standards for your health, guys, standards for yourself, you're not going to indulge in these kind of toxic pastimes, alright. These kind of toxic things are giving you instant gratification, alright, because you'll have a high standard for yourself. Your body is your temple. Your body is your bank account. This is a saying, guys. If you want to remember anything, your body is your bank account, alright. I think this was said by a famous sports personality. Your body's your bank account. And a lot of low value men that don't set standards for themselves, guys, will not think twice about engaging in these practices, because they don't have that standard of value on their body. Most very highly successful people are very, very strict, guys, with their health. They prioritize their health as one of their main key practices, alright. They're not in the stupidity mindset of ruining their health, guys, for instant gratification, alright. So in that case, you have to set high standards for yourself in terms of your health as well, okay. These are all kind of co-tied in, guys, alright. Health, your social relationships, alright, your ambitions, your goals and your dreams, you need to set high standards for that, okay. Now, you've got to also set standards, guys, for your friendship associations, alright. Now, I've done a video way back when I started my YouTube, guys, alright, you can check it out. It's one of the first YouTube videos I did, okay. and it's like, go and watch that video. It's about you're the average of the closest friend, 5 closest friends that you associate with, and this is very, very true, guys. All right, so set standards for your associations, set standards for your social circle, guys, because this is very, very important. High value men will set standards. They will not involve themselves in social circles that do not benefit them. If those social circles aren't winners, or they're not winning, or they're not high value men, these men do not engage in these social circles that benefits or does not give you any value, alright? Because those people's behaviours and habits will start to infiltrate themselves onto yourself. You will start to adopt and mirror these people's habits. I've talked about this before, guys. If you start hanging around in a group of 5 people that like to just booze at the weekend, get absolutely just party all weekend, they don't read books, they don't try to personal develop themselves, they don't try to work on themselves. You should be working on yourself daily. You will adopt those practices and you will go down that line, guys, alright? You will go down that line. As I said, you should be working yourself every day. So, and in that self, once you work on yourself, guys, alright, that's when you start to become wealthy, when you work on yourself, alright? Because that's where wealth strives from. It strives from learning and developing yourself, alright? And your abilities, and that's where wealth comes from. So, set your standards high in terms of your associations, your friends, and you have to get rid of some of your associations, guys. Unfortunately, it's just a sad fact of life, guys, alright? Life cyclic, life moves on, life is not stagnant, life doesn't stay in the one place. And if you do stay in the one place, guys, you need to start moving, because it's very sad you'll stay there forever. You need to move, and sometimes your cycle of your friends move on as you get better. As you do get better, guys, you'll find yourself, when you start to adopt practices, you start to develop yourself, you'll start to find you're going to lose old associations, because some people just do not want to set high standards and move on. So set high standards in terms of your associations, guys, and your life will start to get better and better and better. You have to take this very, very seriously. If you have good influences around you, you're going to adopt those good influences. I know people that hang around with me, guys. I know personally, they've said that they hang around with me, they get influenced by me, and they'll think, if they get influenced by me, you can be bet yourself it's going to be really good habits that they adopt, guys. Alright, they will adopt similar habits to myself, similar mindsets to myself, and my mindset is always on development. My mindset is always on achieving a higher purpose, alright? So you will never pick up bad habits from being around me, alright? You'll only pick up good habits, and you will only pick up motivation and discipline from associating with myself. So, guys, this is why you have to set high standards, guys. Also, high standards can also keep you away from a lot of drama, guys. High standards is always going to keep you drama free. Trust me on this. When you set high standards in life, alright, and you're always going to be constantly striving to win, alright, and this is what happens when you set high standards. With that said, guys, I just said that word completely wrong there, guys. With that said, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I hope you got some value out of this. Till the next video, I'm going to leave it here, and thanks for watching. If you did watch through the end, sure eyes out. See you soon.